one of our YouTube viewers emailed with a question and asked, what's the best way to warm up putting right before playing a round of golf? Thank you, Conrad, for your question. It's a great question. I'm glad that you recognize, or if you don't, you should. We all should. There's a difference between practicing your putting and warming up your putting to play a round of golf. So I'm going to talk about today how to warm up your putting before playing a round of golf. 3 really simple keys and a simple routine that really work well for me, and I believe if you'll apply these, they'll work well for you. First, treat every putt in your warm-up like it's a real live putt during the round. When I warm up, I generally take one ball, put the ball down, look at it, read the green, read the putt, choose a line, a target, do my setup, stroke the putt. One ball only. I'm not one of those guys, and I'm not a proponent of the whack and drag, where you put a bunch of balls on the practice green, you whack one, drag the next one over, whack it, drag the next one over, and whack it. That doesn't prepare you for putting like you're going to putt in the round of golf. That's not the way that you play, and you ought to prepare the way you play. So read each putt, set up to each putt. Practice exactly what you do in your routine during the round. Then the second thing, and this is the most important of these 3 things, is focus on speed, distance control. The reason I say that is it's the most important things where most golfers need to improve in their area of putting. Second thing is the biggest difference, if you play multiple different courses, the biggest difference in courses and the biggest change if you play the same course every day is the speed of the greens, depending on weather conditions. When was the last time the maintenance crew mowed the greens? All of those kind of things. So when you're preparing to play around, you want to work on your speed and your distance control. To do that, take your one ball and pick the most uphill putt you can and take a run at that one. You want to get close enough that it's a tap in. Then go to the most extreme downhill putt that you can pick on that course, and then a flat putt. And keep doing this. You may do this 2 or 3 times. Uphill, downhill, flat, flat, downhill, uphill. Mix it up. But what you're trying to do is get a feel for the distance and how fast or slow the greens are and how you need to adjust your stroke and get accustomed and prepared to play that course with those speed of greens. If you're really struggling with distance control, then you can use the push drill, which is where you just put the putter immediately behind the ball. You don't take a backswing or anything like that. Set the putter behind the ball, push it into the hole. You can't do that during the round. It's illegal, but maybe do a couple of those on the practice green just to get a feel for the speed. Another thing, while you're working on your speed, concentrate on your grip pressure. And what I mean there is consistent and same grip pressure from setup to backswing to through. Have the same consistent grip pressure during the entire stroke of your putt. That's the most important factor in distance control. That'll really help you. And then the third thing during your warm-up to prepare putting, playing a round of golf, third thing, and this is really important and really easy, make as many 3-footers as you can. Now for this part, you can take 2 or 3 balls instead of just the one, but spread them out around the hole so you're not hitting the same putt over and over. 3 feet, maybe 4 feet from the hole, read the putt, line it up, go through your routine, make the stroke. Go to the next one, read the putt, line it up, go through your routine, make the stroke. Over and over and over again. You may even want to do 3 balls on this hole and then switch to a different hole on the practice green, moving it around. The goal here is continue doing that until you've made 10 in a row. And you may go, John, why do I need to even practice 3-footers at all? Those are gimmies. They're inside the leather if I have a 36-inch putter. Yeah, they are, but here's why. If you're good enough that they'll give it to you, you're also good enough to make it. And the other thing is, I recently saw 2 guys who were pretty good friends go more than 6 months without talking to each other over a 3 8-foot putt and a 50-cent bet. The one guy was upset that the other guy wouldn't give it to him because he was scared to death he was going to miss it. And the guy wouldn't give it to him because he thought the pressure of having to make a 3-footer for 50 cents might just get to him and he would miss it. You don't want to ruin that with your friendships. Just make them. Another reason to work on 3-footers is really simple, and you'll hear me say this a lot. Every putt is a 3-foot putt. Think about it. You start the ball on the right line and at the right speed in that first 3 feet. That's all you can do. After that, it's out of your control. Gravity takes over. Course conditions take over. Maybe there's some imperfections in the green, a spike mark or a ball mark or a footprint that you didn't see that throws your ball offline. Heck, maybe even, and it sometimes really does happen, that the golf balls are a little bit imperfect or out of balance. You can't control that. But you can get that ball started on the right line and the right speed in that first 3 feet. And if you do that, you'll make an awful lot of putts, and the ones that you don't make will be very close misses. That'll help your score. Finally, the reason to work on the 3-footers is it's a huge attitude booster and confidence booster. And putting's mostly mental attitude and confidence anyway. I don't know of any better way to step off of the practice green and onto the course than having just made 10 putts in a row. My mind is used to seeing the ball fall in the cup. I expect it to go in. And that attitude and confidence carries over to the course. And then when the pressure's on, when you've got to make that 3-footer to save par, or you've got to make that 8-footer for birdie, your head's in the right place because you're prepared. You got the speed control down, and you're used to making these, and you know that it's going to go in. And so you just concentrate on your routine and make the stroke. Try that. Treat every putt on the practice green like it's a real live putt. Focus on distance control and speed control, getting a handle for that, and then finish by making as many 3-footers in a row as you can. It'll improve your putting. I'd like to see your comments down below after you've tried this preparation or warm-up routine before you play. I'd like to see your thoughts on what other kind of videos you'd like to see. Maybe a video on how to practice your putting, or other thoughts, ideas, questions that you may have. Just like, subscribe, comment below with your questions and feedback. Thanks, and here's to you making more putts.